As hundreds of Ugandans exercise their voting rights, inmates and persons overseas have in the past been ineligible to vote.
There is a clear reason why we've not been setting up polling stations outside the boundaries of Uganda, because the law does not allow us.
Article 59 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda actually makes it incumbent upon every citizen aged 18 years and above to participate in the elections.
In 2020, Stephen Kalari petitioned and court ruled in his favor.
Somebody might be ending a prison sentence, say in 3 months' time, when voting is today. In other words, the government being voted into power, or the leaders being voted into power, are going to affect him.
So leaving those people out, and yet we see them contributing to business in Uganda, to local investment, to the economics, to improvement of people's social ways of living, improving the economics of the country. It's not fair.
Following a High Court ruling directing the Electoral Commission to accommodate groups left locked out, many hoped 2021 to kickstart the inclusive election exercise in vain.
We were ordered to make sure that we facilitate citizens to vote. We had already progressed with the electoral process, and we could not bring that matter back on the roadmap.
The Electoral Commission has now set up a special committee to examine its execution in the 2026 general elections. It is estimated there are about 3 million Ugandans living in diaspora, while the number of inmates counts to about 65,000.
So we want to see now how we can go about this. How are we going to manage this? How are other countries doing it, which allow prisoners to vote? What categories of prisoners vote? Those on remand, those on long term, those, or things like that. Because in our current laws, the same with the people who are in diaspora, where are they? Do we know them? Does the government officially know them? And do we have missions and consulates in all countries around the world? How are other countries doing this? So I think those are the issues that we're looking at.
Critics are, however, doubtful.
Does anybody in prison have the constitutional right to participate in the affairs of the public? Or once you're in prison, that right is taken away? So it's a legal debate which certainly must be resolved before the Electoral Commission can put in place a mechanism of voting by prisoners.
You find somebody is Mukasa, is in America with an American passport, with a US citizenship, but he has a Namukasa sister in Uganda who is a Ugandan here.
Those outside, it is a little bit of a problem. The process might be very difficult to implement.
As Uganda embarks on this journey, we need to be open to learning from some of the countries that have already piloted this.
There's so many questions, and they're all valid. They're very important to this discussion. So we are inviting them all.
The special committee is comprised of members from the Electoral Commission, National Identification and Registration Authority, Uganda Prisons, among others. Ramson Mhire, CTV PM Edition.